Hello and welcome back. You're here with Bravo, playing Dyson Sphere program. In this episode I'm going to be just showing my further advancement in my factory as well as the technology tree, and then travelling to another star system to set up a base there. So I've got the Interstellar logistics stations here set up. It's not the best way I would have done it. I actually would have chosen to go back to my original way in the other games I've played, the other playthroughs, and ran the logistics stations along the belt line. That way when I build these factory rings along the planet's equator, I don't have to bring these resources back along this way to the logistics stations. I could just keep adding the stations on, and then they won't have to transport the resources so far back. It's not a big drama though, it's fine. It's just one little thing I probably would have done, and I can change that if I want. It won't take long to change, but I'm just going to sort of stick with it and see if I can make improvements to it to make it a bit easier. Over here I have automated a lot more structures and added them into a tower. So I only put about 600 of the Mark III belt into the station, and that's so when I request it off world, let's say if I had 2,000 stored in there, my logistics vessel, its capacity is only 300 now, but when you keep upgrading them in here, logistics carrier, it's plus 100 logistics vessel, so plus 100 plus 100, so eventually you get to about 800 to 1,000, you know, and then and then look at it, it keeps going down here to level 12, that's plus 200 down here. Okay, plus 200, you know, you're not going to need 2,000 to 3,000 Mark III belts on you. I mean, yeah, you may, if you're choosing to play this game, you may want 3,000 belts on you, so when you go to a planet you can just fully set it up. But I normally just carry close to 1,000 on me. I mean, or 1,000 to 1,500. But when I land on a planet, if I set up a tower on a logistics station on that planet, I could just request the belts and they'll bring me 600 anyway, so it's not like I need to carry all of them on me. Same as the solar panels. I'm going to head over to my other world, make sure that these are all provided in the logistics network, because when I go to another star system I can just request those instead of having to come back and get it. I've got all my oil products here in the logistics network. I've got it in Interstellar, so I can go remote demand if I want more plastics, which I will want in a little bit, because over here where I'm producing these what are they called? Particle broadband. These require plastics, so it's producing pretty good now. I just need those for my research, which they're backed up there, which means these over here are most likely backed up. Awesome. Okay, I also moved my research, so in my last episode where this smelting ring and production ring is here, titanium bar, the diamond, and then the titanium crystal. Yep, this is where the research was, and these facilities were where this logistics station is here. So I've moved them from here because I want to allow this for the fire ice to come in from my ice giant, because I'll need more graphene eventually. So I've given myself a bit of space here, moved this to here, and left myself some more space on this side to further advance that if I need. I've got tons of space up behind it, and I've put the research up the back, and if I want to make this wider I can. So the next one in here I believe is the down here, the gravity matrix. Okay, and then it goes to universe matrix, which is white. So I only have one more to go, so I'm going to run that here, and I'll just move this oil line over just to make that work in wetter. And I have research stations here, obviously not enough, I'm just waiting to see about optimizing this. Let's go like that. Put this on research. So the green ones will come in, and then I'll have white after that. White science needs antimatter, and I'm a little bit away from doing the white science yet, but I will push for the... sorry, what was it? What matrix was it? Gravity matrix. So I can research this next. So I'll queue that up now. Oh, can I? Oh no, sorry, I need quantum chip. Okay. I was just doing a bunch of upgrades on my mecha. So mecha core, and then going down here to energy circuit. They're quite demanding, 2,000 of those. Doing all these, my drive engine to get my mecha warp. So I can't actually warp just yet. Do that first. So we'll do drive engine, energy circuit, drone engine, and I'm going to look at that one. Okay, so now looking at the universe on the star map here, I can now see the resources in those stars. Not too far away, like I think if you go to 11, yeah, you need exploration level 4. But this one here, that's 5, you can see over on the right. Tells you how much of what ore it has. So this specialty one's only fire ice. So that'll be either on an ice planet or... yeah, it's on the planet here. It's got 10 million fire ice, but I can get that from my ice giant. So... I want to find something with a bit better, like, so here the optical grafting crystals. It's only 2 million, but that grafting crystal is good for the next level of miners, as well as I think the Kazima Crystals use them. So yes, here. So these use the crystals, graphene and hydrogen, rather than your titanium crystal. So I'll just probably get the grafting crystal for that. And the photon combiner. I could probably make both of those in that system. So I want to make it pretty renewable when I get there, so I've got a bunch of solar panels on me. And I'm going to head over to this one up here. Actually, I'll just go over to this planet really quick and I'll show you the setup I've done there. Whenever I do sort of little mini factory worlds, you know, where I'm just getting it for resources, I try to make it using fully renewable resources such as solar power, wind power, geothermal power, but yeah, mainly it's the solar. So even on lava worlds I'll use the geothermal because you don't need a lot of power, so you could do 1 or 2 rings of solar panels around the equator plus geothermals or however you want to run. Lava worlds are normally pretty good for doing your engines. There we go. Not just your engines, sorry, your electromagnetic turbines, as well as your these ones, super magnetic rings. So on a lava world I normally just pump out all of these, as well as the particle containers, because they need the electromagnetic turbines. So as you can see, I've gone through, set up all the mining. I haven't done all the nodes, and I'd like to get through and complete all of that. But I go through and set them up for everything I sort of need. So, as you can see here, I just have all these on demand, and I run them out like this into stackers, and they go into the splitter, merge together on one line, and feed out into the furnaces. So I don't really have a set out for how many furnaces I want. If I really wanted to work that out, I'd work out, you know, how much one of these is putting out onto one line, how much is on the line after it's been stacked, and how much is on the line once it's been merged. And I reckon it'd be double what it is there, but as you can see, I extended the copper because I needed more copper. I have 2 silicon ones. Anyways, I just furnace all the basic materials on the planet into its generic item that it goes into. So I have, you know, magnets, iron, copper, silicon. I would have done titanium, but there's no titanium on this planet. Coal into graphene. And then I go, glass, stone into glass, and these are stone bricks. Stone bricks. Okay, into a small bus, and then iron and copper come out into circuit boards. Okay. Silicon, copper into microcrystalline chips, I think, what are they? Microcrystalline component. Both of those into processors. Okay, so I can produce quite a lot more. I can expand on this a lot. I'm just not at that demand right now, so I can do that later. Over here, furnace in the silicon crystal. Crystal silicon, other way around. And then I run the bus along and I just give it space. So I worked out what it was. I've given it 13 spaces each time in between these satellite substations. So that's why I use these. So as you can see, here's a good example of why I use the wind turbine. Because now I can put these in here if I wanted to. I can go back through, delete these wind turbines out and put the satellite power substation, the substations in. But over here I've done every second one, and it's powering, you know, nearly 4 bays of furnaces. So that's why I split my rings and factories up with the wind turbines to allow for the substations. So that then comes back on, heads down here to these interstellar logistics, and in here I have it on local supply and remote supply for all my basics, as well as the processors. That way I don't have to try and manufacture all of that on my main planet. I can just do it here and supply them off. So yeah, as you can see, 2 bays of solar panels the whole way around give me 180 megawatt. And that's plenty for this setup. And that's what I do on most planets. I don't have to bring in hydrogen fuel rods or deuterium fuel rods. I can just rely on the solar. Plus here I'm getting about 135% intensity from the star because I'm close. So this one's fine. When you're further out, such as this planet out here, which I'll head over to now. Awesome. So we're doing the drive research now, jump drive research, which would be really good to have because then I can go over to another star system, probably with that optical grafting crystal. Probably over this way here. The lenses, fire ice, fractal silicon, and optical grafting crystal. There's no oil though, so making plastics be a bit of a pain. So here I have my silicon and my solar panels getting placed into my Planetary logistics station, and from here they are supplied over to this Interstellar logistics station here. I'm going to up this to about 800. Okay, change this to 20. I change this to 30. I leave my minimum load of drones at about 30%. Easy. So I can get all this titanium crystal. I'm going to go over this planet too and collect up all these resources and put them on, probably furnace them like I do with the titanium, to save me sending back the titanium ore and then furnacing it on my main world, which uses all the power as well. Like if I'm furnacing everything on that planet, it's sucking all my power. It's a bit difficult because it'll chew your deuterium fuel rods. And until I get antimatter fuel rods and have those artificial stars set up, power's sort of going to be hard to come on my main world. Like on here I can set up these rings of solar panels and other renewables such as wind, but on my main world I sort of need the space to build my factories, my furnaces. So that's this world sort of done. I just got to go over it and supply all the ores, you know, and furnace them all here and then send them off world as finished products, which I'll get to. So I'll finish that when I'm in between episodes. I'm thinking about streaming on Twitch while I do play, so people can just watch me play if they want to have it on and chill out. You know, we'll have it on the TV while they play, or I usually watch people's YouTube when I'm doing the laundry, because I can just have my floor drobe, big pile of it, and then spend half an hour just watching someone's YouTube channel and putting the laundry away and hanging out. Sorry, no, that's enough for me. I'm just waiting for drive engine, so what we might do is I'll have a look at the other stars in my area. Okay, is this one 7? Too far. Here we go. So I have about 3, possibly this one, that's 5. Here we go. Wow. The spiniform stalagmite crystals are for your, what are those cylindrical things called? Carbon nanotubes. So as you can see here, this one, the stalagmite here is used to directly produce carbon nanotubes. Now, this also has coal. And how do I make these ones here? So this is coal into proliferator Mark 1. Mark 2 is your Mark 1 and diamond, so I need just coal. So coal into yellow, furnace the coal into energetic graphite, then furnace that into diamonds. Then I can make the proliferator Mark 2. The Mark 3 is, yeah, nanotube and Mark 2. So I could set up a whole world. If all of those materials are on the one world, I could set up a whole world just for making proliferator Mark 2, and then I can supply that to the entire galaxy, which I've done before in other games and it worked quite well, but it also became very demanding. Like my main world was just sucking it, and then I started supplying it to other worlds for my Dyson spheres, and I started running really short on it on one planet. So, but you can do that, so I'll probably do that on this one as well, and I'll do a episode on setting up a proliferator Mark 3 planet. Another thing I want to do is start looking at solar sails and getting a ring of solar, because I need antimatter soon. So that's actually a pretty good system. I might pin that. So if you, on the top right here of this, you can pin it, always show label. So then when you off click it, you can see its name over here. Okay, this G-type star. So I know that that planet is the one that I probably want to go and get to. But let's have a look at the others. So there was this one here, optical grafting. That one had optical grafting too, didn't it? No, okay, so that one will be good for my proliferator. It has oil as well for plastic. But I really want to do the optical grafting, which is this one because it has the kimberlite ore for diamonds. Yeah, I'd probably set this star up as just supplying all of that material to my star, my galaxy. No. Okay. So it's probably going to be that one. Let's pin that one too. And I think, yeah, you can change the name of them by selecting the name. So what I could do is I could put in here, you know, I'll just put that in there, but say on the other planet here, this one, I might go in brackets proliferator Mark III. Not sure if that's exactly how you spell it, but that'll do. Let's have a look. Yep, sweet, I got it right. Okay, so now I know that in that system I'm going to be making Proliferator Mark III. And over here, when I finish setting this up, it'll be, you know, Kazima Crystals as well as particle containers, so I could put that in there. You know, if I make other finished items, I could put that in. Because I've played this game and had heaps of stars, and then I've forgotten, oh, where am I building those again? You know, I kind of wish they had a note to the side, so when you select your planet like this, you can edit, like, or put a note on there. You can pin it, you know, you can view it, you can indicate to it, and then you have information here. Why can't they just add another button for notes? So you can click on that planet, click the notes, and it has in there, you know, makes diamonds, making research if you wanted, like your purple matrices, or, and then you know where to go to get that. Or if you want to go and optimize, if you're running short on your main factory world and you want to go optimize the factories, you can, you know, if you, let's say you're running short on Casimir Crystals and you're like, oh, where am I making them again? At least if you had notes for that, you could know exactly where to go to optimize the factories for your Casimir Crystals. You're not looking around in all your planets, oh, I think I'm building them over here. Anyway, not a big deal. So that'll probably be my next thing. I really want to get over and get that optical grafting crystal and start making some Kazima crystals. These ones. Mainly because the Kazima crystals are used in what are they used in again? Okay, yeah, your plane filters. And they're used for your quantum chips. That's right. Also these, the optical grafting crystal is used for advanced mining machines. They're super handy. I'm looking forward to getting those. But a little while away, that's fine. So I do want to get up to another star system with oil and set up a big factory base, because you do start, sorry, a big plastic factory like chemical plants. because you do run sort of low on plastics when you're pumping out the broadband, particle broadband. I think for one it's 4. Oh, it's only 1 plastic, that's fine. So I want to like double this because you're going to end up going through these, and as you can see there, I'm already running short. So I usually just put one factory there and then put all my sorters on, select what I'm making on there, then I control shift it, and it puts the sorters on there as well for you. Like that. And then I've got 3 ports on this side here to run another lane. So if I wanted to add another whole factory layout for these, I can do that, but as you can see I can extend it longer here too. I'll probably run out of the nanotubing now because I've only got a small chemical plant facility over here. That'll chew through my graphene. Titanium I'm not too worried about, I just furnace that on every world I come across and supply it to the entire galaxy. So then I have this one over here just demanding it in, so it's got 8,000 in storage and that's supplying it to the planet. So then when I come down to here, titanium comes in here on local supply and remote storage. That's because I'm on remote demand down here. Okay, and if I wanted to, I could change this to remote supply. That way if, like I wouldn't do that, I'd just have it as storage here. I think this is on, sorry, this is on local storage as well. So it's only demanding it here, then it comes along the bus and then into this station. And then this is supplying it locally and storing it remotely. So getting your head around these is it's easy to do, but it's also easy to muck up if you're traveling between stars. Like on one end you could have them all both set on remote demand and you're like, what's going on? You're flying between planets and yeah, but once you get your head around it, it's pretty easy. Well, I got all my warpers, okay. Just waiting on my drive engine, so what I'm going to do is I'll pop it forward here, and when I come back I'll be ready to fly to the next star. See you all soon. And we're back. So obviously I never showed you my ring of fusion generators, so as you can see here I'm making plenty of deuterium fuel rods to provide these, and some power's at 600 megawatt. So eventually I just want this ring to go all the way around, you know, and that'll be plenty of power as long as I'm making enough. But my deuterium's full, my hydrogen's full, my storage of deuterium fuel rods is full. So yeah, I want to get on making them Dyson sphere rockets soon, because I'll need a lot of those. And they use, you know, plenty of fuel rods. Research for that's still a while away. It's not too far. Just need a quantum chip. But they need 4 deuterium fuel rods and 2 quantum chips. So that's something I just want to get producing, and then I'll optimize that as I go. But for now, what I've done is finish the research. So let's designate our location, which will be the optical grafting crystal I want over here. Let's zoom in on the planet here. It's got 2 with a gas giant. Gas giant would be the hydrogen deuterium. So I might set up an automation for... Oh, I cancelled out of it. Meant to click just F. Okay, here we go. So I want to set up an automation here for orbital collectors. They need the accumulated, the charged accumulators though. So I'll have to set up a small ring to charge accumulators and then send that in and automate my orbital collectors. Because I want to send that hydrogen probably to the planet here. And then convert all that hydrogen into deuterium. Collect the deuterium from here as well, send it to here. And then on this planet, I'll probably offload the deuterium back to my main world. And that world can do the production of deuterium fuel rods, rather than trying to do it all there. Another thing I haven't done yet, but I want to try, are these particle colliders. Okay, in here is the option to make deuterium directly from hydrogen. So I don't know, I think it's 10 hydrogen to 5 deuterium over 2.5 seconds. So the reason I think it's that one and not the other one is because I think the other one is a 1-to-1 ratio at 1%. So I think that's through the fractionator. But again, I'd like to try this, like 10 hydrogen to 5 deuterium. I'm not sure what would be better, whether just pumping them through fractionators or going through the particle colliders, but just thinking about it, I reckon it'd be a lot better and more efficient running it through the particle collider. So that's something I want to set up on another world. I want to automate these particle colliders so I can just pick up 50 to 100 and go to a planet and build a big base. You know, build a big particle collider planet. You know, just pumping out deuterium. So, anyways, how about we get back to what we're doing. So that planet has the optical grafting crystal. This planet has just material and sulfuric acid, which I could supply off world rather than making it. So this star is actually quite nice. I like it. Here's the kimberlite ore and the optical grafting crystal on one planet. You know, the solar is only 40%, so it's not great, but I'm going to set up solar anyway. And the wind energy is 130%, so that's pretty good. So I think wind makes 300 kilowatt, so at 130% it'll be whatever that is, you know what I mean, be close to 400 kilowatt. The solar panel makes 360, but it's only at 40%, so the wind turbines will be making more. So if I run a ring of wind turbines around the planet's equator, plus the side ring or two of solar panels, there should be enough power around that planet. Plus I'll be able to provide that anyway then along the planet, if I need to split off for, like, you know, mining machines and stuff. So let's head to that one. When you're taking off, you just line yourself up. I usually keep my speed around 1,000, maybe 800. Nothing too quick, because when you exit out of warp at the planet, you don't want to be... Press caps lock, and away you go. Yeah, so if you hold W, it'll actually turn your warp, so it's wherever you're looking, to be honest. So make sure you've stayed looking at your destination, and that's with your indicator when you set it. Now if you fly directly at the planet, it'll exit you out of warp automatically, so you won't fly away from it. So I normally just keep my cursor moving around and I can see that. Okay, well I ran out of energy, but I'm here. As you can see, the milestone for warp travel. At least I got here. Imagine if I ran out of power like halfway. I'd have to wait to get enough power to get back. So clicking V, as you can see, I'm in the system at least. So I'll just fly the rest of the way. But again, if you were flying at 2,000 a second and you flew straight into the planet, it'll take you out of warp at a lower speed, but yeah, save your energy. Like if you sped right up to 2,000 meters a second and then entered warp, you've used half your power. Okay, I filled up with deuterium fuel rods before I got here. Okay, it's looking nice. Optical grafting all here. That's all of it too. 2.5 million, that's it. So there's one node of that, one vein. What about the kimberlite ore? Probably one as well. Here it is here. 2.9 million. Yep. So I'll probably put my... This is where I'm going to start it, right here. When I run any bus I want along this way. Because there's plenty of space out, empty space out here where nodes won't get in the way of any factories I want to build to furnace all of this material. So I'll head the equator. Probably be around here somewhere. Again, I'll just show you again the red pole up here to the top. Okay, and then the south, well, you know, the bottom pole here, the blue. I don't know what's north or south. Okay, it's going to be, the equator is going to be along this line. Okay, along this black line here. So once you're in the middle, get out where you want your solar. That's it, I'm right on top of it anyway, so there you go. Okay, I usually go off the side so I can put 2 runs of it here. And then I can just copy that. Press an R. Shift enter. Copy that. Putting all these down. The reason I go over the top of the last one is so I know that they're exactly lined up. Like if I tried to go here but had them off, it'll throw it all out. Where if I go just off, you can see it tells me it's wrong, but I know if I go on top of it there, shift enter, it's going to be right. So I usually just do this all the way around. And then I'll just walk around with my mecha. There we go. Okay. So as you see, 40% is only 144 kilowatt, but it'll be enough for like a small little factory world here, like a furnacing. It'll be plenty, it'll be alright. I'll run solar as well on the other side of the equator line there. Yeah, so like I said, I'll be close. It was 390 kilowatt, but I said 400. That's close enough for me. Guessing off the top of my head. Okay, so with this world, there's 14 million iron 2.6 million copper, so not a lot of copper. I won't set up any processor on this world or anything like that. I'll probably just supply all of this off world. 14 million titanium, 6 million stone, 200,000 coal, so I don't even know if I'd probably just furnace that into energetic graphite, supply that off world. The main thing here is going to be, you know, the kimberlite ore and the optical grafting crystal. I'll do the fire ice as well and just convert that straight into graphene. And how do I make the nanotube? I think it's plastic. No, it's, oh yeah, so graphene and titanium. So that's perfect. What I can do here in this world, I'll make the carbon nanotube on this planet and then send that off world as well. So back at my other world, my main world, I can just demand the nanotubing on that planet rather than trying to make it all there. So I could say send titanium, like graphene, off world from the fire ice, okay, and then send all the titanium back as well. Or I could just manufacture the nanotubing here, and then whatever left over titanium and graphene can get sent back as well. It just helps save my energy, like my power on the other planet. I don't have to keep building more and more. Okay, so that's that done. So I'm at 32 megawatt, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an automation ring on this planet for wind turbines, and I'll run an entire ring of wind turbines as well. So I might just pop it forward here, guys, and set up a ring on this planet, and then I'll come back and explain to you what I've done and how I've laid it out. Alright, I'll be right back. Hey guys, just back for a quick minute. Thought I'd give you quick tips on the logistics station here. So this is a blueprint I have. I'm still in the middle of setting it up. But I just get my blueprint out by clicking O. And you can double click it here. Then you can go through and just put them down. However many you need. Now you can auto designate in the blueprint whether this is going to be iron or copper or whatever ore. But I leave them all empty. It's just the buildings. I even leave the logistics station empty, and I can select what I want coming in and going out, and that way I can select what these are. It doesn't get muddled up, so I can use this same blueprint, put it down, and it won't have iron, copper and titanium in it. You know what I mean? I can just set those as I need them. Now what I wanted to show you really quickly was these designations here. So just delete them out. So let's say you got two here with none. An easy way to do this is to select your station and put it with select a belt, click your station and then hover over the belt line that's already connected, and then you can select here by pressing tab what you want on that belt, so you don't have to delete it. So there you go, you just click it twice, like quickly, to get to copper, otherwise you're going to put iron on the belt. You can do the same with this one, copper, okay, but that's not copper, that's titanium, so we got to just do the same thing, click on it, click on the belt, go to titanium. The other way you can do it is you delete a little bit off like this, click your station and then click on the end of the belt, and then click copper by pressing tab, filter through it, and build that, and it'll build it as copper coming out. Okay. I never knew how to change that when the thing was connected, so if you were to put this blueprint down, I'll just show you. I can't really show you because I can't build it all really right away. These belts coming out of the station won't be designated for an item or an ore. You'll have to select that yourself, you know. So once you're in here, you go, oh yeah, you know, that could be silicon, it could be coal, it could be stone, but I've got it here iron, copper and titanium. Once they're in there, you need to designate the ores coming out, and I struggled because I'd go through and delete all the belts around it, then rebuild them coming out. I didn't know you can filter through, so that is a little tip for you guys if you're unaware of that. Okay, so let me just keep going here, and I'll get this ring finished up, and then I'll come back and finish the episode. Alrighty, so as you can see, I've gone along, done the bus, brought in the fire ice here, but I need to double this up. Hydrogen's backed right up because my Kazima Crystals aren't going in. Trying to work out space warpers here, why they're not coming in. I'll fix all that up, don't worry about it. Okay, so got my furnace ring down here doing all the basics out, like magnets, iron ingots, copper ingots, titanium ingots, silicon ingots, diamonds, stone, brick and glass, turning some of this into magnetic coils, sorry, and cogs, and then iron magnetic coils and cogs into wind turbines, because I had to do 2 rings of wind turbines next to my solar panels, and I still need more, mainly because I'm only at 91% power. When this was fully charging, these Interstellar logistics stations, I was at 250 megawatt. So I needed quite a lot, but at the moment it's sufficient enough, and I'll add some more wind turbines. Chemical plants with the fire ice, turning fire ice into hydrogen and graphene. I'm just sending the hydrogen directly in for Casimir Crystals. At the moment it's not backing up, I'm not even feeding this whole chain, so I want to double this up, but I'll do that in between episodes. I just want to finish this episode off here. This planet now complete, so here they all are being provided, all my elements here. Okay, Kazima Crystals is the main one, but also I've got diamond here, magnets, and then all my basic ingots. So I'll go back to my main world and put Kazima Crystals on demand, start bringing those in, ready to start crafting the quantum chip, which I've now done this one. So the plane filter, I'll make that. I'll build the plane filter back at my home world, back at the outpost Bravo there. And then quantum chips, and then I want to start doing the vertical silos and maybe start doing a Dyson swarm around the star. Yeah! Maybe we'll get started on the next episode with the Dyson swarm, get some cannons set up. Okay. Yep, no worries. Well, thanks again. If you've watched, please leave a comment, a like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be releasing some more content. Thank you very much.